Hey guys, Lori here from the Goodbye Good Girl Project. And I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving, first of all. If you're struggling with it, I feel you. If you are excited about it, I'm happy for you. So much of a range of responses to what's happening. So I wanted to jump in here today and talk to you about something that is really, really important to me. We women have labored under a certain system our entire lives, decades beyond when we've been alive. I mean, it's just there's women have always been in the second class citizen area, and now we're stepping into leadership. And we can be very much forgiven for not knowing what the hell to do. And that's been obvious for a long time. It's been obvious that women have tried to take the suggestions and the examples that are around them, and a lot of them have been, most of them, the overwhelming majority of them have been masculine. So you've had us women trying to fit ourselves into spaces that really are not either not complete enough for us, and they are just they don't fit us at all. And I have a very expansive view of this. I don't think that the definition of leadership that we have culturally now is leadership. The traditional definition of leadership is about power and control. Sorry, let me rephrase that. It's about control. I actually view power, and you can see I just slipped because the word power is so involving. We've learned to think of that in conjunction with something called control and domination and authoritarianism. Excuse me. When the fact is that, let me take these off so you can see my eyes. When the fact is that real power, real power is the power to transform. It's the power to change the way you think. It's the power to impact positively and beautifully people around you and help other people grow. And it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. That's real power. The power to go deeper within yourself and expand, because there is a world inside of us, an absolute world. So as we watch our world change, as we lose jobs, as we, in my case, get older and say, you know what, I have to front burner my business, which is what I did. When COVID hit, I just said, okay, I'm all in. That took some doing. That took some doing. I'm not going to shine you on and tell you some really pretty story about I woke up one morning and then I was a business owner and everything was great. That's bullshit. That's not true. The stepping into a shift this big as the one that we're all in requires us to think what they say is outside the box. Okay, that sounds very pretty. What does it mean? Well, it means that you have to think in ways you're not accustomed to thinking, right? And the question that comes up for me around that then is, how do you do that? How do you do that? And one of the most powerful ways that we can do that is start to question the rules that are in our own head. Start questioning those rules. Okay, I'm starting a business and I'm supposed to come up with a business plan first. Who said? That may be the best idea on earth for 5 people out of 10. I don't know, I'm just picking numbers out of the air. You got to do a business plan first. Maybe that's perfect for those 5 people. But what if you're the person who you're so perfectionistic that you could spend like the next 3 years working on your business plan and never get your business started? You want to think instead about imperfect action. You want to think, what is it that's going to step me into this river of change? What is going to help me move forward and see that I'm actually making some kind of progress? Please keep in mind, it is imperfect. It's supposed to be imperfect. Why? Not just because you're human. No, 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 no. There's even a better thing about being imperfect. And this is an exciting thing. What? About being imperfect. If you can cultivate within yourself an investigative mindset, like to have this part of yourself that's like Sherlock Holmes, and every time you screw up, you go, huh, you're going to have emotions about screwing up. Let's be real. All right. If you know me, you know that's my thing. Like, let's be really real. But once you have dealt with that emotion, become curious. Become curious. Let me give you a really cool example. So I had joined this group early in May, and it was to launch a summit and to get a bunch of people to interview. And so I did. I went out there and I did it. And I was like looking for people. I had to hire 2 virtual assistants. And, fortunately at that time I had the money to do that and everything else. And then I found that when I was putting out all of the interviews that I'd done, and there were 28 30 to 45-minute interviews. And as I was putting them out there, what was supposed to happen was that all of the people who were interviewees were supposed to support me in sharing that this was happening. They were supposed to be doing their own social media marketing and their own emailing. And some did, but not very much, and most just didn't. And so I thought, God, I've really screwed this up. And I do not know what I did wrong to make this the case. I mean, what can I do? I can't go and shame them. I mean, they did this for nothing, and I'm going to end up with this amazing product that I'll be able to sell in the future and all that. So I can't go yell at them. So I tried suggesting that wasn't working. And I said, you know what? I'm going to have to shift. I'm going to have to do something completely different. I am going to go out there and, hey, Jodine, I have to go out there and make this happen myself. So I started doing things like inviting the experts into my group to do lives. I started putting out videos about, with the experts, putting videos out there to say, look what we're doing. This is awesome. This is epic. And so when we come up against a problem, instead of thinking, God, I'm such a screw up, we have to think about how can I approach this in a different way? How can I look at this in a different way that will actually serve me, that will actually get me to continue with my forward movement? And what ends up happening, which is so badass, is that you start to incorporate things into your business, into your mindset, into your attitude, into your possibilities that you never saw coming. You never saw them coming. Doing business as this kind of thing where you're like, I see every step of the way and I'm just going to go do those steps. Let me tell you, that is your key to serious boredom. Serious boredom. That's what happens with that. And so you really want to make room for the unexpected. You want to really embrace the so-called screw up because it brings something to you that you didn't expect. And that is a good thing. So I leave you with that thought for today. I wish you a brilliant Thanksgiving. If you are spending time alone, grab a book, do some knitting, watch a great movie, drink some wine, eat some food you like, and I send you all of my love. See you on the flip side.